Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Play series. Today we start with Endzone, a world apart. Thank you Gently Studios for giving me a key to the early access here. We are playing this game. It is not a sponsored content, by the way, so we are really just playing the game and see how it is. I've already played one session and I do like it so much that I actually want to have a Let's Play with it. So it is really similar to Surviving the Aftermath. You have to build up a town in a post-apocalyptic world, kind of like sandbox style, surviving against all odds, surviving against the environment. And bear in mind, this is a closed beta that I'm playing here, so in this case here, there might be some bugs here and there, nothing too serious hopefully, but if it is, it's probably getting ironed out then for release. Now, without further ado, we are going to start a new game right away. See you on the other side. And this is it. Here we are in the game. Now here we already see a rocket bus that is kind of like working as our town center. Nothing too serious here. We can upgrade it to make it better than later on, but right now we got a few supplies in here. And what we also got is some survivors here. Not many, 12 adults and 7 children. And that's really it. When we have a look around here, I really do like the graphics. Much better than in similar games. And here we have a huge lake that is coming up just to the left. And on the right, we can see there are some ruins here. There's an old city or village that has been here. So some ruins here where we can scavenge something here. And we can also find some mysteries here. And probably even more than that. Down here, more ruins, another smaller settlement that we have there. And yeah, as you can see also on the minimap, it's a huge map that we have here right now with lots and lots of lakes and also lots of building space. So that's something that I do like. So we can really, you know, go crazy here if we want to and have a huge settlement if we want to. Now, the first thing that we need on day one, the absolutely first thing, is water. Now, water is really essential. Without water, well, the colony dies. So in this case, we do need a cistern, and the cistern we're going to have rather, let's see, yeah, here, kind of like. There we have it. I think that's a good one. And we also will need a boardwalk, so people can go up the boardwalk and then can, well, get the water from it. So here we have a boardwalk. Also, what I like about the boardwalk is it kind of looks romantic, doesn't it? So we can just go up there and have a look at the surroundings if we want to. Now, something else that we need to do, we need to settle our, well, we need to here assign people to professions. In this case here, let's assign 3 builders out of the 12 settlers that we have here right now, the 12 adults. And as we can see, those builders are now going for the building, or well, for the construction, and also for delivering some materials here. If I get like 5 and 6, let's say 6, we can speed the whole process up just a bit. Now, the first thing first, water. All right, we got the water. Now, the water building that we have here is then also upgradable, and especially with those modular buildings, I like to say, around them, that we can have them like a rain collector. But right now, I think the lake will be quite sufficient for the water that we have there. Alrighty, next up is, well, food. Food is also really important, obviously. And for food, we do need, well, different things. For example, a fishing hut is also a very good thing that we might have. And the fishing hut, yeah, let's have it just here beside the boardwalk. Why not? Having a fishing hut there will do wonders for the food supply, but a fishing hut is not enough, so we definitely also want to have fields. Now, those fields here that we can have, they can then house several crops if we want to, but the location is really important since, well, you know, they are big, they're large, so they do need quite a lot. And since we do have a ruin here, we do have a forest here, I think we might actually go up here with our building production, like fields. And down here, oh, we should have the fields down here. That is a difficult decision now. Here I want to have my fields. Yes, let's have the fields out here so we can build a settlement here for now. So there we have the first field then. And of course, we can then also choose how big they are and stuff like that. Let's have 2 fields for now. And we also do need, well, a dirt street for now, a dirt road that we have going right from the town center out here to the fields. And then also right here to my fishing hut and to my boardwalk. Just like this, and also here that our cistern is also being connected with that. Also, I want to assign a few more workers for that, so the whole thing gets sped up. Right now, we don't really have anything else, you know, to do. We don't have any finished buildings. What I can see is that the boardwalk is finished now. as we can see. There's someone doing something here. He's got a mask on, it seems. So we can also have a look at what's going on around us here. We do have, as we can see now, fertile and wet ground. So this is like dry land. This is fertile a bit. This is wet. And since it's raining right now, as you can see, it's getting wet everywhere. That's one thing. We can also have a look at the radiation. So if we look at that, and here we can see we do have some radiation. Here we can see it. So I probably should not settle there for the moment and have fields and stuff like that over there. Probably not a good idea. So right now we do have the cistern finished. So let's assign 5 water carriers. So they're now on their way and going for the boardwalk. And over here, as you can see, they're now just collecting some water there for it, because as you see, it's getting low there. That's very important. Over here we have the fields. Let's have a seed for it. So we do have some wheat here, and we also want to have something that is quick. So the wheat is 2 seasons, the corn is 1.7 seasons. Let's get them here, and that means we do need 2 farmers for that, because it's 2 fields. Right, or let's get 4 farmers there and have 5 water carriers. So those are the basics. They're really important that we have them. Also for the fishing, right, let's actually have 3 farmers and 1 fisher, because we built the fisher there. So let's also use it. The fisher is then of course producing permanently, while the farms, well, yeah, they're producing after a few days there. And just look at that. Doesn't this look atmospheric here? Absolutely beautiful there with the fog as well. Perfect. What's that? Scrap pile that we can... Oh, look at that. It's a game arcade machine. That's just lying around here. Probably not usable anymore. Looks full of moss. Stuff like that. And here we have the fields. As you can see now. Seeds first. Then we need to wait. Probably water it. And then we can harvest. Definitely going to take quite a while here. And yeah, we can also have a look at the buildings. Just look at the buildings that we have. The market is huge. Though that is something when the settlement grows. We also have houses. They're a bit smaller. Right now I want to have a look at the resources. So we do have now food and water supply covered. There are other things that we still need to go. So the forest lodge is very, very important. Now we do need additional wood, of course. And let's have... Wait a second. There's also a huge forest here. We could actually have it here. Or in here. Let's have it over here. Or... No, not up there, but let's have it here, right? So we can have a little industry area here then too. And for that I will also need a road again. Just over here, and also then a road going over here, because there I'm going to have some industry. Now for the wood that we have there, we do have a recycler. For the recycle, I need the scrap yard. So with the scrap yard, we can get all those scraps that are lying around here. You know, they're like having some metal parts here that we do need. That's up here, scrap. There it is. So it's only really scrap, and we do need the recycler then to make something out of the scrap. Now here we have the village. Let's actually have the scrapper. Or should we have it down here? Let's have it down here for now. We should be careful not to delete any or destroy any trees there. That's important. And then also a road going over here. So we have that. And we also, as I said, do need the recycler. And let's have the recycler just here then. So the recycler will then be able to recycle the scraps that we found with some special items that we do need, like plastic, for example, and cloth that we have here. Alrighty, and we do have 19 homeless people right now. That's, well, pretty self-explanatory. No one has any houses yet. We do need now more workforce, and as you can see, this is the first tricky part. We do need to decide where we want to assign people. Now, logs are pretty important, so I'm going to assign 2 to the forestry here. And while I'm doing that, I might also add that I really do like the UI so far. Very clean looking, smooth animations. And yeah, I can see what I need by an instant. So good job on that one here. The UI is looking very smooth and very clean. Now here we have the recycler. As we can see here, now we can choose products. So we have the cloth, the plastic, the electronics, and the metal. And right now I'm inclined to go with the plastic, because we're going to need that quite often. And metal here too. Now he's now assigned, and now we do need one for the refiner. The thing is, we can only really assign one guy here to the refiner, and now he's working here too. So there we have our little industry block now. We have the fields, we have the forester lodge, and then we have the scrapyard here, and all of them are now working. Now the forester lodge can also cut and plant, so he's also going to plant some trees. In this case here, I will say only cut, so this saves some resources for now, and I don't need to reforest those guys here, for example, those trees here. It's just not worth it, you know, because we're going to build a city here anyway. Once we have the forester lodge further outside, I might then go for planting as well. But right now it's just good to get rid of the trees surrounding our racket bus here. Also, what's going on here? It seems like there is something not working out, and storage space of this building is running out. Okay, so there's too much water then in it. That's a good thing. And people then need to, you know, deliver it to the racket bus where we have our main storage for now in this building here, more or less building. We still have 3 builders and we do have some logs, so I'm now inclined to go for some houses. So here we have those houses there, and let's have a smaller block here that's going to hopefully work then. So we can have, yeah, a little block of houses then here, just at the city center, like so, and then also like so. Something like that. Nothing is permanent here, you know, we can just get rid of those things again later if we don't like them or something like that. And let's have a street around it too. And so that we have the first people then living here in this area. And weather is no rain for today at least. And then we got the first beautiful buildings up. I wonder what we can do with all the metals that we find here in the materials. There's the next one coming up. So each one of them doesn't house that much, actually, that many people. So only 5, it seems. Yep, 5. And that includes adults and children. So as we can see, we have now 8 homeless still left after building this block of houses here. And it's the first, well, the first buildings that does make it look like a settlement or something like that. Or like low food reserves. So we will also probably, yep, let's get another fisher up here. Alright, so that we get another one. And yeah, food is of course going down while the fields are growing, so we can't really use them for now. What I can do is having just another field, so the farmers can also work on that field then. And it's a bigger field here behind it, and we can just say, oh yeah, it needs to be built first, and then this is going to be another crop then entirely that we can use here. So right now food is really going down. Yeah, we also got lots of more adults here as far as I can see. So we have 17 now plus 2, because of course children grow up, and those adults then produce us some children again. And I think we're also going to see some survivors here and there then. Now next seed, let's have a look here. Hemp. Hemp is 1.5 seasons and this has a huge yield. Oh yeah, hemp is really good. Let's go with that. So that's 3 farmers now, so they should also be working on that field here soon. That we have some farming going on, and I can already see that once my settlement grows really big here, that we will need a whole new area for fields and industry and stuff like that, probably 2 sides then. But yeah, lots of space there to build. And by the way, the maps are generated randomly, so there's always something new. You have a huge amount of options, parameters that you can choose from. How big are the forests? How big is the lake? How big is the fertility or something like that? You know, what's the starter population? You can just start. I just start with medium now, but you can choose whatever you want to make it as hard as possible, make it as easy as possible. And you know, every map looks different. So I started a few times now, and every time it looked different. For example, I didn't have a ruin like this one here yet. This is really, yeah, amazing, because then we can just find out what's behind the gas station, for example, because there's a question mark over here, and I'm really curious what's going on over there. Now for now we do have, yeah, another field that is now being also filled with seed. So we have the hemp here, planting is going on. Those are still growing, and the the fishers are doing for now. We do have though still some homeless, and yeah, we also have the first plastic coming in now from the recycler. So that industry here is working, but what I want to have is a few more houses. So we can have 2 more houses here. And while I'm at it, we also would have the shelter, which houses 25 people. It's also huge. I do like the variety of buildings that we have so far. I wonder if we unlock more. We have a campfire. That is more or less the town center after our truck over here. So this is where people can gather. And a pub. Huge building here. Medical facility. Cemetery. Hopefully that's never going to be too important. Lots of buildings here. The market is also interesting. So this is then important once we have more sophisticated goods. Stuff like that. And yeah, we have built more houses here. But as you can see now, we have now 19 adults. So this is really going up here. So we can actually assign a few more. Let's have 1 more fisher, 1 more forester, 1 more salvager. Should I have 2 more salvagers? Well, let's have another farmer. No, another fisher. Because food is looking bad at the moment. Oh yeah, here we can also see our inventory and what we consume, you know. So actually we're producing way too much water anyway. It's filling up our storage here. So we probably could reassign someone here from the water carrier to something that we actually need, like logs. Oh yeah, we do have quite a few logs. Let's go for salvager there. Right, and the fields are also looking good so far. Now we still need 2 more houses. And let's have those houses up here, so that we really finish our first block here. Let's also have a dirt road going up here then, right to the settlement. Alrighty, let's have a look. We could also get some hunters there if we want to, or some gatherers, but right now I think it is fine as it is. Now, since we are, well, collecting some scrap now, we should also not only have the recycler here, which does produce now plastic, we also get some cloth then out of it. So when I switch it now to cloth, we would produce some cloth, and for that I will also need a tailor, because the tailor is then making radioactive or radio resistant cloth out of it, and or clothings that we need then for that one here. So let's have this one, yeah, over here. So the tailor is quite important. That we built now here. How many workers do we have? Oh, builders, 2. Right, 2 builders. We did get another child here, and we still have 3 homeless. So let's get another house then up here somewhere. Yep, just here. Also looking fine there. Also getting a street up here. Our little settlement is growing. Now we also would have electricity. For that I can already see that we do need more metal and electronics. So that is something we need to gather. We could actually already go for a campfire. Meeting place for settlers. Increases the confidence. So this is actually a good thing. Let's have a campfire. The only question is now, where should we have it? I actually like it up here. If we grow our settlement then over here, you know, with also more houses than around the lake, because I really do like the lake. Also offers a bit of security here, so that that's why I like it so much. The campfire. We could already build the pump as well for a bit of confidence there, and the school. Becoming educated children, even though I don't know what that really does at this point, so... Yeah, let's have the campfire here. That we build it for now. Tailor still being built. Oh, there he is now. Yeah, alright. He's not built yet though. We can also see what's coming up here. You know, technician, the jar burner, teacher, a scout. That's interesting. It's under logistics. But it seems like I can't have a scout yet. So there's the campfire coming up now. There it is. And here people can now gather, especially during nighttime. And they all have masks on. I don't see any radiation though at the moment. Nope, there. The radiation is coming closer though. Alright, we definitely should do something about that. And the tailor is also finished, so let's reassign... Still have enough water there. Let's reassign one of the salvages here to a tailor. And oh, but logs is also full. And now we can see here we could produce a neck scarf. We could produce an active carbon mask that also does require something that I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Coal. Right. Right now, scarf is the only thing that we can do here. So let's do that with the cloth that we have. And we do have the solar collector. All right. For the first electricity that we have then. And the pop. I think the pop is also pretty cool. Let's have a pop, right? But where? Oh, there's some deer running around, some radioactive deer probably. I'm a bit worried though that the radioactivity is coming closer here now. I don't like that too much. Alright, we probably will need a second recycler here though, because I'm definitely running out of other things here. I cannot only produce one good there, so I will need a second one. The recycler that we have here, and the herbal hut gathers herbs and forests that can be used to increase the health of citizens. Now that's also something where I say yes to it. And yeah, we should probably get this one a bit further away than from the rest here, because he does need a lot of forests around him. That's a good spot, I think. And then we can just have a street also going over here, just along the fields there. Also looking romantic then, having a street there. And yes, also 2 more children during nighttime, so we do have some homeless again. But the food problem is getting a bit more difficult now, so we also will need... I'm going for hunter. Or what else do we have here? Fishing hut, the hunting lodge. Going for those trees there. We could also have it up there. Oh no, there's no food anywhere close. There is food. Oh yes, it's the deers, but they're running around. Let's have the hunter here for now. No, actually I don't like the hunter. I don't know if it's limited with that. So we rather should with the gather hut. And the gather hut can already tell me that there's lots of food over here. So that we want to have another street then going in here. Right, and perhaps we're going to have another field here. A big one. Right. Something like that. So we have another one here. And I can still continue growing here in my settlement. So we do need another house. Right, and I still need to decide what I want to have here. So probably something with community and stuff like that, like a school. Can we already build the school? Yes, we can. And we do have quite enough of resources for it. So having a school here might actually be a good idea. Just beside the campfire. On this side here. And yeah, let's have the pub on the other side. So people can then just linger around here if they want to. And we can afford both of those things there. And yes, power is probably also one of the most important things there. Right, let's have a look there. We still have no new settlers that we can use for builders and stuff like that. The food. I don't know, is this one here? This one looks pretty good already. It's still growing though. There we're harvesting now something. So there's a bit of food coming in now, as you can see. Right, and there we get the gather hut. We have 6 children now, so that will be some settlers coming up for that. And also a herbal hut that we have now here. This is looking fine. Yeah, also looks pretty cool, I think. So having those buildings over here. And just look at the grass there with the wind. Beautiful. Lots of dirt here, scrap piles. So that's why we have the scrap yard here. Getting rid of those things there, and also here. Right, and there's the pub coming up. That's a cool building. And it's getting nighttime, so I wonder if people now go here. Or to the pub. There's no one working here at the pub right now, so Let's get rid of one of the foresters and have him as a pup keeper. We only need one. And you can... Oh, he also produces something. Ale, joint, and liquor. But it does need water and wheat. This needs hemp. So we do have quite a lot of hemp though. And we could have some cigarettes then. No, let's have some normal alcohol there. That's fine. Ale is fine for now. Probably also should have another street there. And yeah, herbalist and teacher. Yep, right. We have the school now. Is it finished? Yes, it's constructed now. So there's the school in the middle of our town here. Oh, this is looking cool. Put a lot of effort in that. So for that, we can get rid of, let's say, another forester. We really do have too much logs anyway, and have a teacher. So now we can also teach the children something, and I wonder if that would upgrade them. And they're all having the face mask there. Right, and we're also producing already, right? Neck scarves, yes, we are producing them. And there's my second recycler. Can I have them now here? Yeah, there he is. So we could... we do need all the fishers. Oh boy, I really can't afford anyone else now on the second refine... Oh yeah, instead of a salvager. Let's have the second one here. So the first one is now producing us some cloth. And the second one... we do need plastic and electronics too. Metal. So let's start producing some electronics there. Right, so that consumes me another scrap here. But the scrapyard is producing lots of scraps anyway, so it's not that big of a deal here. Oh really? Storage capacity is running short. And, oh, we do have a mission, gather resources from the area. We have to gather some more scrap, and we would get some logs and metal. Oh, that's cool. You get tasks from side to side with this mission here. Gather more resources. We would get some metal tools for that. And I think we can actually, yeah, solve this mission quite easily there. We probably will want to have, let's see. Oh yeah, we do have another settler here, so let's have him as a salvager. So we speed the whole thing up. Alrighty guys, we are in season 10 now. Looking good so far, we're still alive. Happiness is also looking good, health is certainly looking good. No catastrophes yet. We're just building up our little settlement here. Stay tuned.